In the first two installments of this series we explored the action movie characters Major John Reisman in The Dirty Dozen and Kyle Reese in The Terminator. And for this episode we have someone equally special. A movie hero who is inspiring, original, unpretentious, single-minded, does his own thing regardless of trends, has a solid set of personal principles and a firm sense of self-identity. A guy who does what he can to spread sanity and reason in an insane world. And his name is... The Dude, who happens to be the main character in the classic Coen Brothers comedy film, The Big Lebowski.
That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.
Yes, that's right, folks. The Dude ranks very high up on my list of greatest screen heroes.
I've got information, man. New shit has come to light. His wife goes out and owes money all over town and they pee on my rug? Well, I still jerk off manually. You mean vagina? I mean, you know the guy?
Here's the fucking money, shithead!
Oh, it's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
For those of you not familiar with the movie Big Lebowski, it basically tells the story of a certain Jeffrey Lebowski, a bum who loves playing tournament bowling and who calls himself the Dude. Dude gets mistaken for a millionaire who happens to have the same birth name as him and whose trophy wife is being chased for debts. So the debt collectors come after the Dude. As a result, he gets mixed up in a kidnapping and ransom case. He spends most of the film trying to help the rich Lebowski get his wife back, while at the same time trying to find a replacement for his precious rug, which one of the gangsters pissed on. Along the way, he gets mixed up with all kinds of bizarre people.
I'm a brother Seamus!
Like an Irish monk?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's what you do, Lebowski.
Who the fuck are you, man? Who the fuck is with this guy? Who is he?
We fuck you up, man. We takes the money.
Who the fuck is that?
Huh?
Who the fuck is Arthur Digby Sellers? Who the fuck are the Knutsons?
And his bowling buddies get mixed up in the complex events too. But it turns out that there was no kidnapping. The trophy wife had took off on holiday, and some crazy nihilist friends of hers decided to pretend she was kidnapped to try and get $1 million out of her husband. And if Dude's theory at the end of the film is correct, the frustrated rich husband tried to use it as an excuse to extort $1 million from his daughter, who is the real controller of the family fortune. One of Dude's buddies has a heart attack during a pathetic fight in a parking lot near the end of the film, and the rich Lebowski's daughter uses Dude to get herself pregnant and then says she wants nothing to do with him. But hold on, some of you might be saying, Dude doesn't rescue anyone, he doesn't win any fights, he doesn't get rich, he doesn't win a woman at the end of the film, and he isn't admired by any crowds for his courageous deeds. How can he be a hero? Well, for the next 10 minutes or so, forget about the stereotypical faggot in bondage hero who's always trying to beat up so-called bad guys to privately compensate for being bullied at school. And consider instead the Dude, a much more humble man of just plain average intellect and abilities, who can barely even afford to pay his rent.
I only mention it because sometimes there's a man, I won't say a hero, because what's a hero? But sometimes there's a man, and I'm talking about the Dude here. Sometimes there's a man, he's the man for his time and place. He fits right in there. And that's the Dude.
Dude reverses nearly every trait of the standard screen hero. He's scruffy, unemployed, has no money, no girlfriend, he's lazy, he can't fight, he gets attacked in embarrassing ways.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Ow!
He lets his idiot friend mess his life up again and again. He drives a crappy car that gets increasingly smashed up and eventually burned.
Well, they finally did it. They killed my fucking car.
And he has to walk home several times. He even makes stupid assumptions based on flimsy evidence.
Oh, fuck me, man. That kid's already spent all the money, man.
And unlike most movie heroes who usually deliver sharp one-liners, even if they only speak once in a blue moon, the Dude's verbal communication is atrocious. He rambles and swears, and half the time he can't even form complete sentences.
It's like Lennon said, you look for the person who will benefit, and you know,
I am the walrus.
you know, you know, has it ever occurred to you that instead of you know, running around blaming me, you know, given the nature of all this new shit, you know, this could be a lot more yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
He even borrows bits of dialogue he's heard from other characters to try and spice up his own ineffective communication.
This will not stand. This will not stand, this aggression against Kuwait.
No, I do mind. The dude minds. This will not stand, you know? This aggression will not stand, man.
Little matter to me that this woman chose to pursue a career in pornography, nor that she has been banging Jackie Treehorn, to use the parlance of our times. However,
look at it, you know, a young trophy wife in the parlance of our times, you know. Excuse me?
I said we cut up your junction! And we know that this is your
We're
homework.
gonna cut your dick off, Larry.
You're killing your father, Larry.
Every now and then he tries to talk smart or act like he's in control of the situation, but usually he just comes off as an idiot for doing so.
Listening to Buck Owens. Do, do, do. Get out my back door. Memory in
And he is absolutely awful at lying.
In the briefcase?
Just papers, you know, my papers, business papers.
And what do you do, sir?
I'm unemployed.
He doesn't really achieve anything in the story apart from maybe solving the riddle of the missing money, but even that we can't be too sure about. And he doesn't even get himself a replacement for his precious rug. So what qualifies this average nobody as a great movie hero? Well, his positive traits are far more important than the superficial, look at me, I'm better than everyone else traits of most other movie heroes. Dude is the calm eye in the storm while everybody else is running around like headless chickens. And he really cares about people, even his crazy friend Walter, whose angry antics would test anyone's patience.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
You just take it easy.
Calmer than you are.
You come off it, Walter. You're not even fucking Jewish, man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Man, if my fucking ex-wife asked me to take care of her fucking dog while she and her boyfriend went to Honolulu, I'd tell her to go fuck herself. Why can't you board it? It's all a part of your sick Cynthia thing, man. Taking care of her fucking dog, going to her fucking synagogue. You're living in the fucking past.
Everybody else is desperately trying to get their hands on a stash of money, and while Dude initially gets himself caught up in this mentality, he's quickly able to snap out of it.
Earlier today, I was really feeling shitty, man. Really down in the dumps. Lost a little money. Hey, you know what? Forget about it, huh? Forget about it. Yeah, fuck it, man. Can't be worried about that shit. Life goes on, man.
Dude has an almost Buddhist philosophical temperament. He's happiest when chilling out on his precious rug, listening to tunes, and doing some sort of stance equivalent to Tai Chi. And although we never get to see him actually take a shot in the bowling alley scenes, his meditative approach to the sport is noticeable in that as he chills out on his rug, he's making bowling gestures with his hands and can hear the sound of bowling strikes. And in both of his dream sequences and the opening shot of a tumbleweed rolling through the city, bowling is presented as a representation of life's ups and downs, with the streets of LA representing bowling lanes and their parallel gutters.
Howdy do, dude.
I wondered if I'd see you again.
I wouldn't miss the semis. How things
yeah?
been going?
Well, you know, strikes and gutters, ups and downs.
I'm sure I got you.
Yeah.
And his precious rug becomes a magic carpet on which he can sail above it all. This is all very important to Dude's philosophy. Despite average intellect, he has the wisdom to take life's positives and negatives as they come, always remembering the larger context of his own existence. His relaxed detachment from a crazy world is evident in his habit of lounging around in shorts with his legs spread wide open and referring to himself in the third person, a language trait that suggests a casual observer, a person who is able to look at themselves and situations objectively from the outside.
No, I do mind. The dude minds. This will not stand. Okay, yeah, okay, but let me let me explain something about the dude. Yeah, well, the dude abides.
And he's way above materialism, even to the point that he doesn't need a woman.
I was talking about my rug.
You're not interested in sex? Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
He fixes the cable.
Don't be fatuous, Jeffrey. Love me.
That's my robe.
Dude's chilled-out persona is put into context by the rich Jeffrey Lebowski, who is the opposite of Dude in just about every way. Rich Lebowski hates himself deep down and tries to compensate by embellishing himself with false achievements, false war stories, false wealth, a trophy wife, and phony gestures like pretending to be all deep in thought and emotion in front of a fireplace.
Strong men also cry. Strong men also cry.
He gets his sympathy in front of the fireplace later, but only from a pooch. He absolutely needs to be seen as successful by others in order to feel good about himself. Yet he is ruled by the two women in his life. And he adopts the fake persona of a philanthropist, a self-adopted title often used in the real world by businessmen trying to disguise their own greed. That's right, you know who you are. He does this by handing a certain amount of money to charity in return for self-promoting photos and news media headlines, while behind the scenes he hates other people and is just out to line his own pockets.
$1 million from fucking needy little urban achievers. You are scum, man!
Dude's contrasting self-acceptance is perfectly summed up in his responses whenever Rich Lebowski attempts to put him down.
Are you employed, sir?
Employed?
The bums will always lose! Do you hear me, Lebowski?
You figured, oh, here's a loser, you know, a deadbeat, somebody the square community won't give a shit about.
Well, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
And Dude's adoption of a name of his own choice rather than the one handed to him by others further establishes his individuality.
I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
In The Big Lebowski, the Coens have created a new type of movie hero who has no special inherent abilities, nor is he completely noble in his intentions 24/7 like certain phony screen heroes I could mention.
Where's your car, dude?
You don't know, Walter?
It was parked in a handicapped zone. Perhaps they towed it.
And he even partially takes on the persona of the idiot thugs who attacked him in his house.
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the fucking money, shithead?
Where's the fucking money, you little brat?
He's back. No thanks to you.
Where's the fucking money, Lebowski?
$1 million?
The dude is flawed and financially insignificant and therefore has more in common with the film's audience than just about any other screen hero I've seen. Hence the film's cult status, which has even resulted in an annual Lebowski festival. The dude is just a regular everyday guy who tries to do the right thing and tries to chill other people out when they get their priorities wrong. And that's what being a hero is all about. Not muscles or hereditary traits of physical and mental superiority. It's an attitude and a philosophy, and the dude's got it. He is the Big Lebowski of the film's title, not the pretentious guy hiding in a mansion. And this is evident in the subtitle on one of the film's main marketing posters. Times like these call for a Big Lebowski. Well, thanks for watching. You've been listening to Rob Ager. There'll be more greatest screen hero videos uploaded on this channel in the near future, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There's also a more in-depth Big Lebowski analysis available on my DVD sets. Visit collativelearning.com for details.